And so what I wanted to talk about is something fascinating that I just got a download about something. It's something you might want to consider. As far as the protesting and stuff like that, all this protesting and stuff. So right now you have to digitally ID yourself, quite simply, what you protest against. And now it would help you to know that there's two types. You're actually protesting against, believe it or not. Now, I don't mean it as the enemy either. This is what's really intense now. See, these people are doing glitch though. They're doing glitch. They are an enemy to your China shop. They're an enemy to your fucking brains, babe. Right? They're an enemy to your bank account. They're an enemy to your bodily health. They're an enemy to your emotional status. They're an enemy to your brain that is your creative space, man. You know, they can reduce you down to just ungodly state. So that's your enemy. That is just an injured little child. It's not. It's difficult, right? But fuck all that. See, what I'm talking about is okay. Did you know that you have to get financial sanctuary against it? You have to take care of each other that way. See, right now I'm having to go to court because I'm pretty sure it's a very, very immature society out there right now. A lot of it's ran on narcissism, and they do use the teacher and their money and their education. It's the class wars, right? Education system to, if they are bullies, and there are. That's the only way they win. It's happening to me now. It's just happening. See, it was time to talk. And talk about doing community service. It's like, well, I was trying to do the community a service. I was standing up and saying, hey, you know, I'm kind of the leader here. I'm a leader in that I have been here first. I'm not saying that I'm your boss. You guys are pretty fucking triggered easy, right? You're triggered if I just say, look at how fat this is. No, not you, but then again, oh, I'm sorry. No, you have a problem with. See, if you have a problem with me, babes, it's most likely that you have a problem with you. It's true. I never did anything to do with you. I didn't did anything to you. Sorry, did that make sense? Bah. Um, so the reason for this video is to tell you what I said about your protests and stuff, even voting. You have it here now, and then I pointed at the interfacing system that, well, first of all, there's very little that you need to know. You don't need to have fun with the birds and words. That's just for people that understand. They want to have fun. They know how to have fun. To tell you the truth, they see it. They see the simplicity of it. It's simple. Oh, the sheep know. It's like, oh no, yeah, no. There's just there's just men and women here. You know. Well, no, sometimes no. And there's a scientific phenomenon. Maybe. What was that, an earthquake? Probably. We've been having little earthquakes. Sorry if I'm kind of slurring. I'm not. I didn't dress up for this. I didn't put a cherry on top of my clarifying something very important to you again. You guys are just gonna have just have value, put value on, start on finding out, like, do you know how to do essential work only? That's one thing I was going to talk about. What's essential work only, Shana? We heard that before. You sound like Bill Gates now. No, by the way, you have two, I dare say, warlords, but no, one of them is a benevolent overseer, and the other one is definitely malevolent warlord. And you don't know which one is announcing what. You really don't. Yeah. You see, by intergalactic law, that means by these people's law, the creators, the overseers, these guys who are kind of stuck, you know, it's a school. Can you create anything that elevates up above the level of snake shit dwelling in a wagon rut? There's a fair chance here based on like, well, they let everybody have freedom of something, and they say, now, these are the policies, and you have to be transparent. Transparency is your best security as far as how that if you want something implemented as laws or a way of life, a ritual, a civilization. Yeah. So the malevolence practices that really well by announcing. I think they announced the Epstein file. Look at that big book. It's not quite a Bible, but then again, they might have written the Bible just to fool your ass. What does that one say? Good God, what are they doing to those children? All right. Jesus Christ. Anyway, they have to be transparent, and they do. According to the latest technological advancement, they have to announce it. They say, okay, so now everybody has their phones now. We started with the TV set. They robbed all of that, by the way. They keep it very under wraps that you can even have all these things. By the way, you're being farmed by them. Did I mention that? You don't like this as subject matter. Well, just pretend like you turned on some Twilight Zone. Pretend like it's just sci-fi. Imagine writing a script book about this. I don't know. How are you going to cram it in? The truth will piss you off, and it seems like it damages your brain, but what it's really doing is damaging the bullshit that you have in your head, because it is bullshit, because you can't unhear the truth, because it makes more sense, and your entire body goes, oh, that's what happened, and the rest of your brain goes, glitch, glitch, zzz, what's that? Zzz. Well, this is actually common sense, like something that I'm allowing myself to have. You just have to allow yourself, allow the information in. Allow it in. I'm quitting while I am ahead right now. Um, but no, it is connected to the Tartaria global spread. They're successful. But then they get hit with a mud flood that says, excuse me, that's from the benevolence. See, they're down here and they're saying we'll operate within the laws, and they didn't. No, not in Tartaria. They started cloning people, and that's how they built New York and everything up again. That's how they undug everything of the mud floods. And pretty much because there's clones left, they enslaved them. They killed. This is where the witch hunts come in, where they kill the leader, alive women who are practicing pregnancy prevention remedies, stirring up cauldrons of safe pregnancy prevention remedy. I say it like that because it's not birth control. It's just you have to be very specific. I'm a general from the liaison, and I'm here to inform you on the latest technology. And that's what they're doing too. They have to tell you, oh, they've been advertising. They advertise it. Whenever they say, sometimes they'll say, you know, what they do, the news is like, they're like, yeah, pedophiles or blah blah blah, apparently, and then you watch out, they're advertising, they're letting you know that they're there. That's an advertisement. You better watch out too, because when you start advertising it too, but see, that's the thing, is what do you know? France, hello France. Wow, I'm in at 8. This is another crown. See, I have the capability of refining myself. I've been through a lot of hell for the past 5 years, but now what I've learned about going through hell and back, babes, is I'm going to start refining for you, and it's going to be as clear as ever. And did you hear about the jail time that I might be doing? It's because of, quite accidentally, I don't know. It's just as a result of me sticking my head out and saying no, because there was an environmental attack on the outskirts, and then it results in uh, well, there was a heavy duty entanglement with a certain type. I mean, I'm telling you, these people are not my people. I was wondering, hey, in Idlewild, if I did post this, most likely I did. Uh, See, the thing is that I know that you're terrified, right? You're terrified of me. You're terrified of even sticking up for Jesus. Sorry, I don't mean to sound like that. Not at all. No, I don't care. I don't care at this point, because why? 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 We have these things. Whether you spied on me or not, see, it doesn't matter. You can't unhear the truth. And you can't unsee things, really, and you can't unfeel it. So I'm not fake. I'm a human being. I want the best for myself at this time. I'm reaching for it. I'm trying to reach for it, and people are fucking trying to beat me down. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. This is what the thing is. You see, right? I own prime real estate. I'm a single woman. I own prime real estate. I have a beautiful cabin. It needs to be fixed up. A lot can be happening for me, but there's nobody that can help me with it, right? Because they're jealous, or they just, why would they, right? So now at this point, it's like, well, who do I have? Because it's like, I don't make money. So I am offering it to rent, but it's like, ooh, some electrical problems, right? Do you know how to do electrical? This is another, but talk about being transparent and advertising. Honestly, I'm not going to be doing it like everybody else does. No, it would be cool if a single younger man that has a lot of dreams, but he's struggling up here. Maybe he has a family, and and he's very handy-dandy carpenter. Who knows? Whatever the scenario, I don't really care. Can you fucking pay $1,000 to rent? Okay, it's $700 for one room. And I know that some of you are watching this. It's like, man, she keeps flipping around. First, it was $600. It's like I can do anything I want. In fact, you should be happy that there's that kind of freedom. I'm never somebody who is ever going to jack you around. I'm not a ripoff. No, I think that everybody's being ripped off. And could you stop that? Come on, get out of here. Ugh. It wants us to be that way, right? Like, can you make yourself worth something? It's like, babes, oh my God, sure. Do you leave it up to other people around here that want what you have? So this is another advertisement. Shouldn't be that long. Uh, Something tells me that it's like a big no. No, there's something tells me that says you can try it, Shauna. But you are enmeshed now with legal problems. The neighbors suck. You think you're going to stay here and be who you are. See, this is my ideal too. Listen to me. I could sell out. Of course, I want top dollar. It's going to take time. There's where it's like, either way, I have like 1 year. I need to just be planning on being here. Sorry, I'm looking at my cat. Planning on being here for another year. I've talked about it. I'm being actually practical. See, but what I refuse to be is a fucking stone. I refuse to get ugly for these people that around me that they are ugly and they're cruel and they must have miserable lives to have done what they've done to me as far as continually arrest me for very minor. I mean, they lied. They're liars. And so that's none of my business. Ew, I want these people out of my life. I want them to get away from me. I do. I want to attract people that can handle my spirits. I'm actually a high spirited right now. They're trying to kill me with that. What I mean is they're trying to kill me because of that. They don't like, see, in the beginning, I was telling you about my neighbors. I could say anything I want about my neighbors. That's what I know that the judge told me, and so that's why I'm saying it. No, they can't. See, I had to block them after the first time they managed to put me in jail after the judge did a weird thing. I told you about it, right? So I'm trying to get back to the judge by way of making donations from here. I honestly, I don't make money. I'm saying that because that's just the truth. I didn't say I choose not to make money. No, right now I'm not making money. All right. But something has I don't force myself to do something that I feel that is more detrimental to my health, mental health, spirit, everything. So isn't that weird? One of those people. I've been free for a while, and see, that's again, these people don't like it. They don't like that. I actually do have a little leeway because I'm on grandfather clause here. My family. Let me report to you people in Idlewild. I've been here. This is what's weird is I'll tell people this. I'll say, I've been here. My family's been here since the 40s. We bought 4 acres for $4,000 going this way. But we were camping out here like since 1935, 38 for sure. That's almost 100 years. And then so what I get from other people is, oh yeah, what's their name? And it's like they're gonna see them on the like affiliates of today, and it's like no, we were very obscure, but we did a lot. My great grandpa was an inventor. He's the reason why that the railroads operated so well. I mean, he's part of this family that was highly inventive. He was an inventor. He made the papers for having handed out patents after a while. He made so many things. He was a machinist. He worked with metal. Carpentry was his sidekick, kind of a hobby, what he did when he was a kid. He has a history of meditating on the back of a horse for like at 16 to 18 years. That horse lived but finally died. Named my grandmother after this horse, who was his shelter when he managed a huge ranch, the biggest ranch in Texas at the time was in the 1800s. It was huge square miles. I think 100 square miles. This person stayed alone, basically hired by the government as he's half Osage Indian. His parent, his dad was a whole colonist, white boy, who, they're settling land somehow out there, and so he's taking care of this land, being a cattle herder, um, and he stays alone on the back of his horse from the age 14 to the age like 30. And the horse dies. And see, he had a chance to meditate. So this is how he dialed right in on how to work everything around him. And he did. he was well off with, they built houses and stuff, and so, but also they knew what caused the depression in the 1920s. By the 1929, there was a huge depression where people were dying of starvation in this country. It was manufactured by the government. And my half Indian grandpa, see, this is where people up here, I think there's two types up here. There's ones that go, I like my flag and my beer. I love that pub. I voted for Trump. No, we don't do that. We don't vote for people, and we don't act like you. We're kind of quiet. We just minded our own business. We didn't know that we were going to be used. See, it, there's Freemasons that didn't know. They worked with their hands really well, and they were just happy. They were human beings that just happy to work. And they didn't know. They were misled every bit of the way. Okay? So when my grandpa figures out, oh, we're being misled, well, it's time to just go back. And they went and they built a cabin in the mountains. And when they built this place in the mountains, they didn't build it until the 50s, 55, 56. He started building it when he was 70. And he didn't really finish it because there's more stuff to, it's like it's waiting for a shower upstairs. There's another earthquake or something. And it's just, is anything ever done? Is anything ever finished? Up here, babes. Oh man, the patio ends and then it's wilderness. We kind of, I can tell you so many stories about how we maintained it as a free-flowing wilderness area. We didn't put a fence up unless there was a deer problem on our orchard or something. Everybody agreed that, no, we keep it open, and they agreed on a lot of things openly. And there was a sign forever, I'm just kind of running through it really quick, who my people were up here, that said, and it was the cleanest forest in Idlewild, and there was always trout in the creek. There's probably still trout, but they don't talk about it, right? Fuck fishing. Let's put asphalt on the side of the creek and then poison the fish. This place can take care of us. See, that's why my great grandpa. See, there's other people right here like, Indian, huh? Sucking on that gunpowder, huh? You're fucking. We're supposed to forgive you too, as just women. Say, oh, you were mine. I once pumped you out. Would you? This is the point where I say, would you women? Would you just kind of hold back a little bit? Something really strange happening here. I mean, I agree that we need to progress and give time for things to enmesh and get along, but I think that there's something stranger than that now going on. Something. You need to take control of your body and back to the witch hunts. When they did that, there was less women that were teaching girls how to make the place of sex safe. Which, one of the things you got to do, babes, is look into their eyes. Make sure there's not a shape-shifting reptilian there, but there most likely is. You have to make sure that they communicate to you respectfully. What else? Are they actually interested in you? Who are they, Shauna? Well, there's men. There's men and women. See, women have a profound responsibility to hear her because she's the one that has children here. Men can't. And that's what has put out all of the heads that are bobbling around, and it includes, are you kidding me? That person wearing a cap over there, and that other person wearing a cap. It's like, what you guys, these bobbleheads that work for the church, I guess. And like, see, it's weird. It's like, would you stop? There's hijacking. Let's get back to Tartaria. When they killed the women. See, this is the thing, is you need this. Okay, let me get my guitar, damn it. You need a fucking cherry on top, right? Because you're a bunch of big babies. It's traumatizing to even think that the movies you're watching is the truth. But now, let alone me, blonde woman, it's going to say, during Tartaria, when they finally killed the women, they called a bunch of people to build New York. But they weren't human, so you gotta do something to teach them. It was against the law to do that intergalactically. So they fucked it up with free energy weapons and flooded it out. Oh, and now you get your Bible out, you say, fuck, it's not far from that. Go on, well now, it's still here. Woo, Shauna, the queers that do the gear that you're using now, called the iPhone, and you wouldn't believe what's in the word iPhone. What's in the word phone? It's a very scientific equation, by the way. They're being honest. It's right in front of your face. The pH, that's kind of like physical, right? Physical. But it's like the pH balance. But anyway, just put that down. 1. See, we're supposed to be, oh, sorry. One unity, united by communication. You got the sky, that is the perfect location. Just use it rather than them setting cameras up. Well, B. By the way, do you know an attorney on the hill? I need something real in my fucking life. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. And Shauna, can you do better than that? Fuck. You try to do better than this, Beyblade. I'm fucking flawless. This performance is amazing. Anyway, yeah. I'm not really that gnarly. I get better when I'm around love and friends. You do too, by the way. I'm here to tell you it's the same with you. A lot of this stuff, I'm not really like that selfish as you might think. A lot of people would just kind of look at me and think, oh, that fucking bitch. I'm like, ooh, sorry, I cannot lay down far enough for you people to be happy, right? And that's a big be careful. Have you met those people yet? Throwing you in a dungeon? Boy. Hello. Can I help you? I hope so, please. And can you use me? I mean, what I mean is, can I use you? What I mean is, I have a place to rent. It's needing work, and I think I have a right to pick and choose at this point. So this is a one out of many um, weird advertisements that you should just consider. That you should be transparent also. See, transparency is the best security. But see, to put the cameras down, do you know how to be transparent as a person? See, you have phones that have the word one in it. The kids see it, baby. If you can't see it, I hope you didn't have kids. You're going to be lying to them. Anyway, getting back to it. So now, phone, the word honest. Guess who's honest, though? See, your friend. A friend is an honest person, right? Right? Come on, let's sit and talk about it, your friend. There was a movement on social media that said maybe perhaps you should gather friends. See, I'm saying as a master, and you were wondering, who the fuck is this crazy person? Oh, I'm a master. I'm located in the San Jacinto Mountains of Buddhism, kind of a mixture. I'm the one in the West. Anyway, honesty is that's a good friend, right? That's the good friend. No, your enemy is not honest. Ah, you know that right away, man. You get a fucking gut feeling. It's, ew. Yeah, that's the narcissist too. But see, getting back to, is this the same fucking video? These people are only just little kids, damaged little toddlers in big bodies. Yeah, it's important to know that, and that's why there's a lot of teachings that comes with it that reflects. It's like, oh no, you're supposed to forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. They really don't. And this place is on quarantine, by the way. But did you know, getting back to that, if you wanted to protest and say, whoa, time's out, I realized that this person has sucked all my time down, and my what I brought to the table just gets wiped off. Like all the potential of, like, do you know how to work on something? Like, give it time, focus, and how about, like, don't throw babies out with the bathwater? Like, let's do essential work only. Like, do you know how to get what's worthwhile there and leave the rest of the failures and whatever? It's a big trash can over there, but do you know how to get the good stuff? Or is it just all just tearing through because I need attention? Right? Yes, look at my videos and keep, I don't know if you're not interested in this, babes. I don't know what to tell you, man. Congratulations. You seem to be buoyant money. You have enough money to protect you. And that's what exactly I'm talking about. Did you know that your money that you're most likely making, even if you're called rich, you're the upper class. See, right now there's upper class and lower class. No, the upper class, that's peanuts. You are actually, you're geared like the satanic cult because you're worse than the poor people. The poor people actually want to solve problems and work things, and they actually think that there's a thing that we're doing. Yeah, we have to tell them a little bit. Did you know? And don't be thinking about Jesus too much. It wasn't really about being that gullible and all that kind of thing like that. It's just that there's just a matter of fact going on, that you're outnumbered here by a lot. That there's more narcissists than that. See, it's said to be that it's now after COVID-19 was announced, it's 92% who are teetering. They are a narcissist. See, there's a certain percentage that is malignant there. What's a narcissist, Shauna? The fully encapsulated mind is what they would say it, but I want to say it's the fully encapsulated awareness. It's inside of the mind. Yeah. You have to pull awareness out of the mind through meditation. And I'm here to differentiate words like that. See, they won't do that. And it's like, well, how many hundreds of years do you want to stay stuck? This is communications we're talking about, damn it. This is my ruler. Golden rule happening, maybe. I don't even know what the golden rule is. I'm saying use communications. The purpose it was supposed to be used. You point at things in outer space. The final frontier, there's the truth, in which, don't be afraid, kids. They're not. They're like, let me see that ruler. You mean this is 12 inches? Yes, this is a 12-inch golden ruler. Yeah, and do you think it'll ever die? I wish it was gold. Let me tell you right now, you wouldn't see me at all here. I would be fucking protecting myself. Money is here to protect you, not run you around and hijack you and laugh at you at the end of the round. A lot of you are so brainwashed that you don't even, you can't even fathom a different life. You don't know your creative life. So a lot of people are put where I'm being recently put, where I'm saying, okay, time's out, I'm going to jail. Why? Because I couldn't find any solution or anything? No, not necessarily. My brains are being damaged by people that are harming me around me. Their brains are probably damaged. Did you know if you hang around with people that are narcissists, who are kind of underhanding, right? They're doing an energetic grab. It's just totally different with them. They live in a different universe. In fact, they did not make it to the universe yet. That's the truth. Uh-uh. And they don't mean to be that way. So it's fucked up. But they're really attracted to your confidence. If you have a life of hobbies that you do, they want your life. They want you. They're jealous too. They're just little kids, though. See, they're little kids that are just so disenfranchised, getting up there in age. And see, we have a generational value right now. No, see, some of these people are doing a death throw now, and now let me point at the fucking politics, the people in government. How yes, I don't want to say the reason why, but no, it must be the reason why that they are allowed to be like 65 and older, 70, 80 years old. Donald Trump? A man. There's something called death throws where you just start doing a death throw, and the narcissist death throw, if they have power and money, oh my God. They want a collective death row this way, and that's what they do. That they've managed to do it. That in it could be underneath your roof or your neighbor around you. There is this installation of these political male getting up there in age who is okay. So the engineering. Sorry, just listen to this of the sex repression that went on. See via the church telling women after they killed all of the women who were actually having sex like crazy because they were practicing the safe what I mean is the birth the sorry, I have to say it precise, pregnancy prevention remedy. Just it prevented pregnancies so you can have sex. What her duty is, and it's your duty now if you're a woman, you have to make the place of sex safe. See, they talk to you, the church tells you, and so does the see, they make it open. They tell you have safe sex, and they think that you mean to put a condom over you or take birth control, which is their version, which is very poisonous. Women knew a simple herbal remedy that took care of never allowing a pregnancy until, see, she has a profound responsibility here, especially after the cloning time, and they were trying to reinstate the true kind of religion too. I keep trying to talk about it, but it's to make the organism human. It has to happen through the woman. The woman. See, she shouldn't have kids unless the man can figure out a simple patterning through the sex that she allows happen. See, she's designed this way. Uh-oh, do I have a mob coming? Probably. But we're supposed to do this. We're supposed to disclose information. Now, at this point, I'm going to say, hey, do you know about my court date? Can I have $1? Make this go viral, but yeah, I still want $1. If 10,000 people see it, I just still want $1. Fuck me, yeah, thank you. I know how fucked up it is right now. Getting back to protesting, because you have been lied to across the board. It's sad to see people right now trying to work. Still, they try to work the old system because your ego. You think, oh, I got a shop, or I now I got the house, and it's like, oh, you can have everything. Just you can have a better mind that knows how to operate all the things that you think that you can't have. That you can build that thing better. Yeah. But anyway, there's a lot that's going to happen in the future. That right now, I'm just saying, if you really wanted to protest, babes, know that this is it right here. Your communications device. Of course, you have to say something. And then you have to get more condensed in their knowledge of, well, who's the real protesters? They are friends, really. They would be friends. See, what are they protesting against? Well, they're protesting against the enemy. See, the friend is one that makes you feel good. It tells you what you want to hear, not what you need. I'm sorry, tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. They are very. You can talk to them very easy. That's just it. A lot of people don't know what a friend really is. See, but and that's probably the movement. It's like, well, let's get back to unity. See, because it's not about like, well, that's your friend, that's not your friend. It's more like this, babes. Did you open your heart to love, and you know that that's the good friend there, babes? Babes, see, you have celebrities like Jim Carrey, really good ones that are so like stardom based, kind of, woo, and they really make you laugh. No, he's right. He will say things, but no, it's the truth about live musicians or other people like that. We're impossible to feel bad around, especially when we want to. We know when to be around people is when we are feeling tippy tops because we give a contact high that feels good. Jim Carrey said, not me. Here, let me put the point. Here, suck my thumb. There you go. Like. Um, he said, "Oh, it's impossible to feel bad around me. He's because he's an enlightened human being. He's a human being. He's love achieved in some way, shape, or form. He has enslaved himself to something he knows he's supposed to do. See, it's like this. It's a slave. It's also the master. It's well known that, you know, if you are surrendered to love, now you're enslaved. Enslaved to what, Shauna? To be really good. To really look and say, well, really? Yeah, this is how many? And then you start looking, oh, it's inches, and within that there's 12. I forget. Let me get my glasses. Right? You really want to know. And when you start hitting the truth and getting it right, you get buoyant. I think that men know this better than women do for some reason. But women are supposed to know it through her body like nothing. And then it teaches the man. But see, it's been reversed on us, babes. Women need to get her fucking position back. Oh, did I say fucking? Uh-oh. Now throw everything out. Well, did you know fucking is our best thing we do? What is wrong with you? Are you guys like, you guys are just like, in a bubble. Getting back to really extremely immature. that I have just been, I think I've been isolating myself to get away from it. I'm like, I don't want my brains damaged by these really extremely damaged people. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because now, by the damaged people, I'm going to jail. And they're going to send me in to talk about being exposed to a bunch of damaged people. Babes, I'm not saying that I'm perfect and now I'm having to scrutinize. Okay, I'll pick my own bone here. I promise I will pick my own bone. I happen to think, though, babes, that we need each other somehow. Never mind. Never mind. I have a place to stay here for, if you need a place to stay. And I'm very practical. You get down to my level, meet me, be willing to meet me. I don't want to know your system of black and white. I want you to understand that there's a lot of stuff that we need to dial in here, away from just trying to get a contract with a cookie cut and say, there. I don't need that. Nope. Pass. Anybody else can hear me here? Temporary. Temporary male who, how about you want to save money? But here would be ideal is that, come on, babes. See, I'm doing a limited, I'm doing a horrible thing as just as talking about it. Should just be quiet but no, you need to communicate. Getting back to honesty has the word one in it. You communicate so that you can get on the same page about something. You can really align. I am getting off of being surrounded by people that don't practice communicating at all. It's kind of cool, I guess, but not when if you screamed and shouted and said, "Help! I'm being killed." I don't like this part. By the way, go ahead and fucking try me, motherfuckers. Really, this is self-defense, by the way, that I'm talking about. No, if I already kind of had something like that happen. It was just a couple years ago, but that's when I'm realizing I have haters for no reason. There's just haters, babes. They are miserable people that don't feel good about themselves, about their life. They have too much money now, and they're going to play bully. That's it. It's condensed here in Idlewild, and it's like, ooh, that's too bad, because it says, "In God we trust," on your, and then Christ Jesus says, well, take care of people, love people, water them. If it needs watering, they'll probably water you. Help each other. You're not supposed to just be what you're being. Shame, shame, shame. See, who can hear me? Fuck it. I don't care. I'm seeing something that's like, ooh, okay. Um, I have to use my Facebook page, particularly my Facebook page, but I'm kind of very animated on YouTube. I will continue to be. This is a video that I'm making on my dad's birthday, May 16th, and I'll put it up about May 17th. But you're going to continue to see some videos that go back and forth, and I'm actually going through a lot of stress. I've already had my court date that sent. It's just court dates are designed to whittle down your spirit. That's what Satan has for us, to try and get over there. It's like, oh God, can you work your own shit out here? Apparently not. Here's where I say again, this is the same video, two and one fucking, will you women learn to kiss each other first? Take care. It's fun. Life is fun. You don't have to have a kid. Oh, is that what the church has trapped people? The money scene. You can't just be free, because you have to make money to pay the bill and stuff, and then the man makes the bed. Do you think that, okay, now is this a woman-man thing? I don't think it is, though. I really don't. Because if you wanted to solve problems of political, like, and even environmental, don't you think that men would be up for it? They'll be like trotting for one financial institution over there, and they'll be like, wait a minute, where are the women going? And they'll say, like, fuck you. Not literally fuck you, bye. Over there goes, and that's a good bye over there. But see, but no, it has to be sanctuary. See, I'm talking about protesting in a form of, for sure, you have to demand your own money now from the ones that are stealing your money, and that's the enemy. They actually say the money is here. Is this the same video where I'm telling you that you have to be willing to be transparent? That's the way they're doing it. They're doing the show in front of your face, and they're scaring you with a lot of war and fucking go to the moon and all this stuff, because they're doing it right. but they have to be doing the confusion so that you're just fucking laid down flat, I guess, right? You just don't think you need to do anything. You think somebody else is going to take care of it when you have the hottest political seat in your hand right now. If you're watching this, yep, you do. Whether it's a PC and you have me on a big screen, pardon this little sore right here. Horrible stress, man. It makes me look like I'm going, whatever. Or your little cell phone. You have a cabinet there. That's what it's called. If you want to know what the space beings call it, it's a cabinet. And within there, there's cabinets. See, that's a political party terminology. Yeah, I was informed about it, and I would love to inform you about a lot of things that I know. I don't know why I know it, and because like, why isn't it going anywhere? Why? How can it go anywhere for me? See, where I need to make this go is that I need donations because I'm going to go talk to the judge about her decision to make me decide whether or not a restraining order was necessary, because that restraining order that I actually did, that was it was stupid on my part. I was still, that's the old me who was like, peace, peace. Oh, I'm sorry, neighbor. Sure, I'll take the restraining order. She asked me, and it was really quiet. And I turned into an abyss, and I said, and I was like, this feels weird. Why did it feel weird, Shauna? It's because she's supposed to decide whether or not the restraining order was necessary or not based on the evidence, my plea, and their lie. Why did she fucking ask me that? And I even said something like, because of blah, blah, blah. See, I threw myself under the bus right in front of her, and then what proceeded to happen is like further kind of wrapping up, trying to talk our thing. And then he started trying to rake me under the bus more, because he lied and did all this shit that was shocking to me. I began to see, ooh, these people, just ew, God, how hurtful these people. And we're supposed to think, oh no, it's because they've been hurt. Yep, hurt people hurt people. They're trapped in something. They're extremely paranoid, and they're liable to blame me for all the things that go on in their life because they live a karmic life. And they get karma somehow, some way, and they think that I'm doing it all. And it's like, no, I didn't do anything to you people. Nothing. It should be illegal that law enforcement behaves the way that they did. It used to be that they would put our heads together and say, you know what, settle this. You guys should be civil enough to be able to settle an argument. If she or he does something to you physically, let me know. That's the way it used to be. So I don't know what the fuck. See, I have the fucking profound responsibility to just dare put a complaint in and say, oh, this is what happened. In fact, I made a video because I'm officially brain damaged. I am. I can tell by the way I'm afraid to play my guitar. I've never been afraid like that. It's because of the last charge they did on me. I was literally playing my guitar. And I look up and he's filming me there, and it's because there was a back and forth. He made the back and forth happen. It was nothing violent that I was doing. He just chose to interact with my radio, and then I started playing with the radio. And then when he was filming me, when I was really trying to get into it and singing, he, like as if now we're interacting. No, he's actually spying on me. The person has been doing that. He's a creepy look of a sociopath that says one thing, but like could be smiling, and it's a creepy smile. The eyes are very cold. I don't want to get into it anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with these people. I really don't. I want to keep my property. I want to raise my vibrational frequency to where it's like I know how to ignore the enemy, Hans. Do you? Do you know how to distinguish the enemy? Let me tell you by wrapping this up. And this is the truth. If you can't hear me and you can't relate with it, you're an enemy. And I'm fucked. I guess we're all fucked here because the enemy is outnumbering 92%. Are teetering. There's a certain percentage. What we call it is narcissism. Did you know that? The enemy is a damaged little child that doesn't have connection to the universe and or God. So they're very awkward and cumbersome, but they mask it. They mask it, and no, they're perfect. They go with the teacher. They get scores, and now they kind of side up with the system. See, I know I'm outnumbered, most likely. Oh, it's the world condensed in Idlewild as far as the ecology. And so, yes, of course I'm outnumbered. That's why I have no help coming down my driveway. One person came down and they complained about their car being pounded by, and I don't want to get into it, but it's in the neighborhood here, and it's like, ooh, well, see, I don't want to have anything to do with any of these people. They're not my people. They moved in here. I've been here longer. Did I talk to you about that? My neighborhood turned into a dangerous neighborhood. I have to like get out of here because it is dangerous for me. I've been sent to jail 3 times. Not because I'm dangerous, it's because those people have a problem with my freedom. That I'm a happy person. Basically, that's it. That's the way that sociopath and narcissists are, right? How many of you are watching right now? And you don't like my smile. See, I'm learning that, no, I've always lived like this, though. I've seen it, though. And it's not that I'm living always in strife. No, I love you guys. You guys are broken. I've always kind of been there for you. Yeah, played my music and massage your brain a little bit. Get it out of the loop that you basically it's vacancy. You need something that says that reminds you of who you might be. You know, not in a negative way. I don't have any responsibility to tell you who you are or anything, but so I'm not talking. It's hard to tell who's who. But what I'm saying is, I've always been able to. I don't want to get hurt by these people that are less fortunate than me. What I mean is, yeah, the love that they never experienced. Not even at least one person. The one that glommed onto them, maybe it was their mother. Unfortunately, didn't know what love was. Wasn't achieved. Maybe wasn't really achieved. See, I hate this fucking video now because it's a lot of people that have kids right now. They're like, "Wait, you don't have kids. You just don't know how it is, babe." No, I know how it is. I'm watching. I was a kid. I know how hard it is, so I'm not picking on people, but there's malignant cases that they will have kids just to control them. Yeah, and they're under the illusion that they love them, but they don't know it's not love; it's attachment development. That's a very touchy subject matter when you start creating it in people in an adult stage. Now you're doing trauma bond and codependent narcissism and trying to vacate their brains out and replace it and be them. And again, please get away from me, you people. I could have helped you if you just a little bit of contact. And in fact, you are being helped. Did you watch my video just now? And did you know it's curtains for you? If I just get a little bit of fucking leverage in my real self, which here I am, we went through something the past 5 years. I can tell you about the Neptune opposed my Venus. It's so pathetic. I'm begging for money in a way that I've never done that. See, I finally broke down and asked for help in my life, I guess. I've always had money, though. See, I've always made money. Up here, the Idlewild, see, this is another thing that you can all be jealous of me and how I feel like I'm just not gonna make it work with any friends. Because you know what? Real life friends is just people that are above the level of such insecurity. And they go, you know what? And they kind of have faith in themselves and they made it work once before. They know who they are. They can probably do it again. Do you think you can help me out? And do you think that I can help you out with a place to live? This is a very long advertisement. Why is it like this? Well, Well, it's unique. It's very unique and special and kind of isolated and great. Why? Because Idlewild is unique, special, isolated, and great. Here's why, too. It's because the kinds of people that are there. My kind. My kind that has actually been here that kind of looks, and I'm not a flag waver, man. Although, see, I didn't just say, see, a lot of you people that think that just because I don't claim a flag like the United States and I don't vote for presidencies and stuff like that, that I'm violent or I'm something like that or something like I'm against you. No, I'm not. I'm actually more peaceful than you. I know what to do. If I had the resources that you did, and I was roofing my house, which I've seen you guys roof your houses 4 times over again. And me? Okay, I need a little bit of fucking roofing tile right now. See, the thing is I'm just a single woman here. I didn't say me with a family and a man and my alcoholic fucking self over in the background, and I have 5 children. I need a roof. No, I'm saying little old me that stayed quiet. I've kept it very quiet here. There's only like one person that came here. I have been so isolated. Why is that? I don't know. I like it. I always was trying to hope. I was hoping that my brother would make it more often. I'm still right now thinking, okay, is my half brother ever gonna? Are we ever gonna meet? What's up with these people? They think I'm crazy. You're right, but it's not the kind of crazy that you are. Whew, dangerous, babe. We're just very different, right? And see, I would acknowledge it and say, hey, I can handle it. I don't eat hamburgers anymore, not anymore. I used to, but see, I'll tell you my story about behind meat before I fucking close this off. It made me sick. It kept making me sick, so I purged it, and I found myself going on a spiritual journey. How about that? See, there's a lot of people that don't like it. Like, oh God, another spiritual person. Idlewild has a lot of them, and right about now, we should kind of come together and hug a tree a little bit and say, yeah, maybe. So, Shauna, really, you're going to go to jail? Yeah. See, we're all isolated, probably. We're all pushed around by these bullies, and they all kind of do a hide thing. They want a babysitter, by the way. The narcissist is doing a weird reversal thing. It's fucking fascinating, and we are going to be able to unravel it. The more that Uranus gets into Gemini and starts trying Pluto, when Libra starts to create a grand trine, Libra, that combination is going to help us self-organize, for one. There's something called self-organize, by the way. That's what AI is mimicking, by the way. Love. See, the capability of love is self-organizing by way of just going by what feels good. Really. See, it's not my job to make you feel good, babes. When you see me and you come to me, I'm not going to be who you want me to be. I am who I am, and it takes time. See, when you come here or whatever, see, I am tired of obsessed people coming at me on Facebook and even here. I'm just okay. You want to talk about resilience? I'm one of these resilient people that I've been through a lot. You have no idea what I'm recovering from right now, having had to go to court and realizing that, oh, so, okay, so I put myself on trial. I say, I want these people to now be looked at, and I want some of these cases to be dropped. And I don't want to do the community service. I'm a community person who was trying to do the community some service. Where I was saying, hey, excuse me, don't do that. Don't poison the waterways with the deep state deal. Simple as that, you know. Come on, you guys. Okay, so you guys aren't really mountain people. See, there's a bunch of people up here that when they hear that you're a mountain person, they don't like you. And I hate to say it further like this, but most likely you run a shop up here that's a petroleum-based shop. Let's just say that. And so anyway, which is all of it, right? Hell of a long advertisement, but I take my time. I'm a very actually practical person. That's why I can't understand. That's why I'm having difficulties, because the world condensed around here, and then the world itself, the landlords and all. It doesn't seem like a very practical thing to me, right? Like paying $2,600 for the same kind of thing, but just a little bit less like airtight and now. But see, really, it's like, did you ever take your bubble wrap off? Like, why is it that you can't walk up some stairs? It's like, ooh, I don't want anybody like that here. Sorry. I want somebody who's actually safe when they are on a ladder, right? You don't have to climb a ladder here, but you have to lift your feet up and down. We live in the mountains here, and if you want the kind of like the authentic cabin mountain living experience, I would love to be here for you with that. See, I'm capable of totally isolating. You do your thing. If you're going to come here and live at my house, pay me rent, and I figure out what I want to do with it, like improvements, stuff like that. Nothing but good, right? Bitchin' experience, by the way, especially if it snows. We haven't had snow, right? It's been kind of dwindling. It's been so fucking not snow, pardon my language, but fucking is not a bad word. It's how you got here, kids. Say it to your mother and loosen her up a bit. Don't, whatever you do, don't ask them what it is. You know, go to school and learn. Anyway, to close up my beautiful advertisement, it does kind of include me. It could include me. See, if you're somebody that can fix my electrical and bring my house up to status of like, oh, it's worth fucking $2,800 a month now. Um, if you were to give me that $2,800 a month in form of, I did this much work, it's $1,600, and here's $1,000, I'll move the fuck out of here. I won't even be in your hair. You can just say that I own this place for 4 years. How about a 3-year lease? But see, come here, let's work something out. You have to talk. You have to know that I am of the nature of creation of creation. And I just know the nature of it. I'm an artist. I'm a real live artist. I'm a human being. And I work with the plasmatic field. And there's an infinite possibility here. Be careful when I go like this. Right now, people are getting up. It's the sun is rising. It could affect them, especially if they're ignorant and they don't. You never come together. It's like, oh, now what's she doing? Well, I could dance in the middle of town and see if I was to be able to be allowed to practice my music, which I was oppressed by these neighbors. You wouldn't believe it what they did on Valentine's Day. They managed to set me in jail like one more time. I'm having to just really conjure up a fucking a sense of humor about it. Because the truth is those people are fucking reckless, ruthless, cruel, selfish. The run of the norm. There's two types here. There's the enemy, and then there's human beings that know how to be with resources and everything. You know me, don't you?